Hello and welcome to TW White & Sons in Bookham. Thank you for taking the time to browse our website and have a look at our used approved vehicles. Wanted to take the time to show you this very nice Mazda CX-3 that we've just had taken into stock. It came in as a part exchange vehicle from an existing customer, as many of our vehicles often do, and it was purchased brand new from our site here in Bookham. The customers had their car, they're from the Woking area, so predominantly had their car looked after by our site in West Byfleet, but that does mean the car's got a full Mazda service history. Most recent service was completed back in May 2021, so it is approaching its next due service, so rest assured if you were to purchase the vehicle, that would be completed before taking delivery of the car. And we have just done an MOT on the vehicle and had the headlamp adjusted as well, as the beam was shining a little bit too high. But there we go. So as you can see, it's a really nicely presented car. It's been very well looked after, in the eternal blue, which I think was a colour that suited the CX3 very, very well. With it being a 2019, it is going to be one of the very last CX3s on the road, because it was shortly replaced after this by the CX30, so it would be one of the very last on the road, and a slightly rare car for that reason. This is also a post-facelift model, so you've got the more modern front grille, these chrome accents at the front as well, and it was also during this facelift that they added these sort of what they call bright alloy wheels to the car, which are standard in the 18-inch rims on the Sport model, which this is. We'll move on to the features on the interior in a minute that feature on the Sport trim, but one final thing on the exterior of the vehicle is the keyless entry, so a black button on the door on the driver's side and the passenger side. So long as you've got the key in your pocket or on your person, you can click that button and the whole vehicle will unlock for you. Just before we hop inside the car, I'll show you inside the boot. And there we go. Oops, sorry, camera's gone a little bit out of focus there. And I'll just show you as well with the boots on the CX3, you've got the sort of dual floor, so this bit lifts up, you get a bit of additional space. And underneath here you've got your inflation kit, your locking wheel nut, and the BOSE subwoofer, which forms part of the standard sound system on the Sport Nav trim. So if we jump into the car, it was also part of the facelift that Mazda carried out on the CX3. They brought in the electric handbrake with auto hold just here, so got rid of the sort of old-fashioned lever, and that allowed them to put a much sort of called for, let's say, centre armrest, which lifts up like so. You've got a bit of space in there for storage. You click this button here and that actually turns into a drinks holder for you. Both of those bits there. Folds down nicely, and it does make a huge amount of difference when you're driving in terms of the comfort of the car. As you can see, like the outside of the car, the inside has been very well looked after. This one on the Sport has got the half cloth, half leather interior trim. I'll just show you the back of the car as well. And likewise in the rear, and you get this nice fold down middle seat, again with a couple of coffee cup holders there. It's a very well thought out design. So if we hop into the vehicle, a few things to tell you about on the inside of the car. So with the Sport trim on the CX3, you've got heated front seats and a heated steering wheel, which is excellent for this time of year when it's a bit colder. You just hit that button and this part of the steering wheel here warms up for you on both sides, which is very nice. And obviously heated seats kind of does what it says on the tin. You've got climate control air conditioning down here, so you can set both of these dials to auto and select a temperature, and the vehicle will do whatever it feels necessary to keep the car at a constant temperature. Moving on to perhaps some of the entertainment features of the car, I'm just going to open the door again. So the sound system is provided by BOSE. You probably saw in the boot when we looked at the subwoofer there. Really good high quality sound system, and then sort of an added bass with the subwoofer in the boot, which again was part of the Sport Nav trim. And I'm going to start the engine up now, because I'll show you the heads-up display that the vehicle features. So when you start the car, this little screen pops up in front of the steering wheel, and I'm hoping you can see on there that you've got a projection of your speed as well. Now that can be adjusted in terms of height, brightness, all sort of things to suit your driving needs, but the idea is when you're driving along, you can keep your eyes on the road as much as possible, looking through them, and if you sort of bring it back to what that's going to look like when you're driving, and it's in your peripheral vision, so if you look from here, it almost looks like it's hovering at the very end of the bonnet. So again, another nice feature you've got there. While we're here, I'll just confirm the mileage on this car. So it's very low mileage, it's a 3-year-old car, it's not even done 12,000 miles yet, and obviously a full Mazda service history to go alongside that mileage, so it's been looked after very well. It's had a very easy life. Just to finish up on a couple of further features the car has got, so finishing with the infotainment screen here, it's on the satellite navigation system, which you can see is standard on the vehicle. If I take us back to the home screen on here, you've also got integrated Bluetooth, so you can pair a phone for telephone calls or music. If you've got music on the phone or Spotify, whatever it might be, you can play that through Bluetooth. And it's got the full DAB radio as well, so all your stations are preset in a nice list for you. And then one final thing, pop the car into reverse gear, and the car does feature a reversing camera with parking lines, so as you sort of turn the wheel, it gives you an idea where you should be, and you can line the yellow lines up with the white lines of the parking bay, which in this instance I haven't done particularly well, but hopefully you'll do a better job than I can. Take it out of gear, and the car does come with rear sensors alongside that as well. So there we go, a really nicely presented CX-3, a bit of a rare car. As I say, Mazda no longer make this model brand new, and this is a really nice one owner, full service history with ourselves, a car that we know extremely well. I'm pleased to say it's available to see and test drive here at our showroom in Bookham. Thank you again for taking the time to watch the video. Hope you found it useful and informative. We'd love to hear from you if you'd like to come and have a test drive of the car and see what you think. Please do give us a call here, and we look forward to hearing from you soon.